Google is one of the most trusted sites on the web, but that doesn't mean it's above abuse. For example, let's try a search for Martin Luther King Jr. Alright, we have Wikipedia on the top as always, non-profit organization for the Nobel Peace Prize, a for-profit organization for the A&E Biography Channel, and then over here we have Martin Luther King Jr., a true historical examination. The truth about Martin Luther King includes historical trivia, articles, and pictures, and a valuable resource for teachers and students alike. Well, that sounds great! I mean, check it out. It's even a .org, and it's above the actual King Center, which is what his family's official organization is. So this has got to be great, right? So let's check it out. We have historical writings, his essays and sermons and speeches, the truth about King, who he fought and fought for, death of a dream, all of that sounds really good. Jews and civil rights, that's kind of weird. Why the King holiday should be repealed. Black invention myths. And then over here we have a quote. It's from Newsweek magazine, so they cite where they get it from, but it says, "The FBI bugs reportedly picked up 14 hours of party chatter, the clinking of glasses, and the sounds of illicit sex, including King's cry of 'I'm not reading that' and 'I'm not reading that either, but you can." That's not necessarily the image that we're typically portrayed. And you can kind of look around here and maybe start to notice that things are wrong. And I'll give them some credit because they used to not take any credit for it whatsoever. But if you go down all the way to the bottom, you'll see that it's hosted by Stormfront. And they even provide a link to their organization. And in case you don't know, Stormfront are white nationalists who support true diversity and homeland for all peoples, because there's all these organizations for non-white minorities, so they're going to be for the white quote-unquote minority. Obviously, they are not the most unbiased people in the world to be writing about Martin Luther King Jr., but pretty much any time that you've searched for him for the last, say, 10 years, they have been one of the top 10 results. The reason for this is that just because they're ignorant, it doesn't mean that they're stupid. Google ranks primarily by the number of times a site links to the site that's being searched. And basically what they did is got a whole bunch of white supremacists to link from their sites, their blogs, their whatever they decided to put up on the internet, to the Martin Luther King Jr., a true historical examination site, thus pushing it artificially up the Google search results list. So we can look at another example here. Let's try Jew. And again, we always have the Wikipedia list up on top, and then we have Jew Watch News, the most comprehensive and easiest to use website dedicated to current and historical Jewish news organization goals and related information. Well, that sounds pretty good too. And when we click here, it's the largest scholarly collection of articles on Zionist history. It's a free educational library for private study and scholarship. All of that sounds pretty good. We got Jewish entertainers, links to the Google News feed for various Jewish-related keywords. But then when you keep going down, you get things like Jewish genocides, the Iraqi genocide, 100 million Christians, Jewish hate and crimes against other Jewish people, Jewish supremacists, Jewish Zionist Soviet anti-American spies. And you very quickly figure out that this is not exactly the most, shall we say, impartial site out there either. And in fact, this site too has been on the top of Google results list for the word Jew for a very long time. For so long, in fact, that Google actually takes money from itself to put up an explanation of their search results for when you search the word Jew and what comes up. And basically, those organizations out there that are anti-Semitic, anti-Jew have, again, they're ignorant, but they're not stupid. And so they have had their people who have that viewpoint create their own websites, their own blogs, whatever, and link to JewWatch, and again, artificially push it up the Google search results lists. And ironically, if you search words related to Judaism, like Judaism, Jewish people, Zionist, Semitic, you actually get more even non-racist results. It's just the word Jew is often used in an anti-Semitic context. And I love this because it even gets better than just having Jew Watch on the top 10 list. They actually have a 1929 propaganda essay by Joseph Goebbels that attacks the Jew is on their top 10 list for results for Jew. So you want to be careful when you're using Google because people realize that Google has taken the stand that they're not going to change their search results for morality reasons. They don't want to get on that slippery slope, which means that anybody who realizes how Google uses and ranks its Google search results can actually manipulate them to their own cause. So you need to be aware of that and evaluate any source that you get, including Wikipedia, including non-Wikipedia, edu, .org, .com, it doesn't matter. You should always look at everything with a highly skeptical eye.